Your greatest opponent isn't your competition, your boss, or the market. It's the expert saboteur who knows all your weaknesses, anticipates your every move, and has been undermining you for years because it lives inside your own head. We spend our lives trying to win an external game of success and status, all while consistently losing the internal war against our own self-doubt, procrastination, and fear. This internal friction is the root of all self-sabotage. It's the invisible force that holds you back from the life you know you're capable of living. But what if I told you there is an ancient, battle-tested operating system for the human mind, designed to end this inner war? A philosophy forged not in quiet libraries, but in the chaotic heart of the Roman Empire by one of the most powerful men in history, who faced the same internal struggles we do today. Today, we are going to walk the path of Stoicism. This isn't just a history lesson, it's a practical 5-step guide to building an unbreakable inner power, inspired by the timeless wisdom of the emperor philosopher Marcus Aurelius and his masterpiece, Meditations. We will learn to quiet the internal friction and stop being our own worst enemy, so we can finally become our own greatest ally. Step 1. Master your judgments. The obstacle is the way. The first step to ending self-sabotage is to understand where it begins. Not with the events of our lives, but with our reaction to them. The Stoics taught that we do not control what happens to us, but we have absolute power over how we interpret it. Marcus Aurelius wrote in his private journal, "If you are distressed by anything external, the pain is not due to the thing itself, but to your estimate of it. And this you have the power to revoke at any moment." This is a radical idea. It means that traffic doesn't make you angry. Your judgment that traffic is a personal injustice makes you angry. A critical comment doesn't make you feel like a failure. Your interpretation of it as a verdict on your self-worth makes you feel that way. We sabotage ourselves by adding a second, painful layer of emotional judgment to every neutral event. The Stoic practice is to strip away these emotional judgments and see things as they are. Imagine your boss gives you some harsh, unexpected feedback on a presentation. The self-sabotaging mind immediately leaps to judgment. I'm a failure. My boss hates me. My career is over. This narrative creates a spiral of anxiety and kills your motivation for the rest of the day. The Stoic approach is different. You pause and you separate the event from your story about it. The event. My boss provided feedback on specific points in my presentation. The story. I am a failure. The Stoic discards the story. They see the feedback not as a personal attack, but as pure information, a treasure map showing them exactly where they need to improve. The obstacle, the harsh feedback, has just become the path to their growth. This simple act of revoking your initial emotional judgment is the first step to reclaiming your inner power. Step 2. The dichotomy of control. Focus on your own field. The second step is a powerful mental filter that eliminates the vast majority of our anxiety and internal friction. It's called the dichotomy of control. It is the simple yet life-changing practice of constantly asking yourself, is this something that is within my control or outside of my control? The Stoic philosopher Epictetus, who began his life as a slave, built his entire philosophy on this principle. He taught that our peace of mind depends entirely on our ability to distinguish between these two categories. Things outside our control, the weather, the economy, traffic, what other people think of us, whether someone offers us a job or not. Things within our control, our own thoughts, our judgments, our actions, our efforts, our integrity. Self-sabotage is born from obsessing over what we cannot control. We waste immense energy worrying about what others will think, trying to manipulate outcomes and raging against events that have already happened. Let's say you've applied for your dream job. The self-sabotaging mind fixates on what's out of your control. I hope they like me. What if the other candidates are better? I hope the interviewer is in a good mood. This creates crippling anxiety. The Stoic mind applies the dichotomy of control. What's outside my control? The final decision? The other applicants? The interviewer's mood? I will spend zero energy on these things. What is in my control? The quality of my resume, how well I research the company, the effort I put into preparing my answers, and the professionalism and integrity I show during the interview. The Stoic pours 100% of their energy into their own field and calmly accepts the outcome, whatever it may be. This isn't passivity. It's the ultimate strategic focus. By letting go of what you can't control, you unlock all your power to master what you can. Step 3. Amor fati, the love of your fate. This step takes the Stoic acceptance a level deeper, into a realm of profound power. It comes from a more modern Western philosopher who was deeply influenced by the Stoics, Friedrich Nietzsche. He called it amor fati, the love of one's fate. It's not just about accepting what happens, especially the difficult things. It's about loving it, embracing it as a necessary and vital part of your unique journey. Nietzsche wrote, "My formula for greatness in a human being is amor fati, that one wants nothing to be different, not forward, not backward, not in all eternity, not merely bear what is necessary, still less conceal it, but love it." Self-sabotage often comes from a deep-seated wish that our reality was different. I wish I hadn't made that mistake. I wish I was born with more talent. I wish this hardship wasn't happening to me. This internal resistance is a massive source of friction. Amor fati is the ultimate antidote. It is the practice of looking at your life, the triumphs, the tragedies, the flaws, the scars, and saying with a full heart, yes, this is my path. I would not have it any other way, for it has all made me who I am. Imagine a person goes through a painful divorce. The self-sabotaging path is to live in a state of regret and bitterness, constantly replaying the past. This keeps them stuck. The path of amor fati is to look at the experience with all its pain and choose to love it as a part of their story. They say, that difficult experience taught me what I truly value in a partner. It revealed a strength I never knew I had. It forced me to build a new, more authentic life. I would not be the person I am today without it. Therefore, I love it. This isn't about pretending the pain wasn't real. It's about seeing the pain as the price of wisdom and willingly paying it. This practice dissolves internal friction and turns every event of your life into a source of power. Step 4. Cultivating virtue, your inner compass. The Stoics believed that the ultimate goal of life was to live with virtue, or arete, which means excellence of character. This isn't about old-fashioned moralizing. It's about having an unbreakable inner compass that guides your actions regardless of external pressures. The 4 cardinal Stoic virtues are wisdom, the ability to see the world clearly as it is; justice, treating others with fairness and respect; courage, facing your fears to do the right thing; temperance, mastering your desires and acting with moderation. Self-sabotage is often a result of a weak inner compass. We act out of fear instead of courage. We act out of greed instead of temperance. We act based on clouded emotional judgments instead of wisdom. This is where the Stoic path intersects beautifully with Eastern thought. The Zen masters speak of finding your true north, or your original face. It's the same idea, connecting with an authentic, virtuous core that guides you. Imagine you're in a high-pressure negotiation at work. The self-sabotaging impulse might be to lie or manipulate to get a short-term win. The Stoic-minded individual pauses and consults their inner compass. Wisdom allows them to see the situation clearly, beyond the immediate desire. Justice reminds them to act fairly towards the other party. Courage allows them to state their case honestly, even if it's difficult. And temperance keeps them from becoming greedy and blowing up the deal. They may or may not win the negotiation in the short term, but they walk away with their integrity intact, having acted from a place of strength and character. This builds a powerful, unshakable foundation for long-term success and inner peace. Step 5. The finite frame. Remember your time is precious. This final step sounds somber, but it is the most powerful and life-affirming of all. The Stoics constantly practiced what is known as memento mori, a meditation on the finite nature of our time. Marcus Aurelius wrote to himself, "You could leave life right now. Let that determine what you do and say and think." Why would remembering that our time is limited be the key to living well? Because it is the ultimate tool for clarity. When you remember that your time is finite and precious, the petty anxieties and internal conflicts that fuel self-sabotage are revealed for what they are, a colossal waste of the moments you have. This idea is also central to the Eastern philosophy of Confucius, who taught that a superior person is not anxious about the future because he understands the natural cycles of life and focuses instead on fulfilling his duties in the present. Imagine you are terrified of leaving your stable but soul-crushing job to start your own business. The self-sabotaging mind is obsessed with the fear of failure, of what people will think, of losing security. Practicing this mindset, you ask yourself, when I'm at the end of my story, looking back, what will I regret more? Trying and failing, or never having tried at all? The answer becomes instantly, painfully clear. The fear of failure seems small compared to the certainty of regret. Remembering that your days are numbered doesn't make you reckless, it makes you brave. It clarifies what truly matters. It silences the internal friction by reminding you that you don't have time for it. You only have time to live, becoming your greatest ally. The inner war of self-sabotage is not your destiny. It is simply the result of an untrained mind. The 5 practices we've explored today, mastering your judgments, focusing on your control, loving your fate, cultivating virtue, and remembering your time is precious, are the training regimen for your spirit. They are the tools used by one of history's greatest emperors not to conquer the world, but to conquer himself. This is the profound promise of Stoicism, and of all great philosophy, that through conscious practice, you can transform your mind from a source of internal friction into an unbreakable source of inner power. You can stop being your own worst enemy. You can, and you must, become your own greatest ally. The journey starts now, with your very next thought.